So we're going to continue on the specimen paper 23 on the part 3, the database. And as I said, database, it's Microsoft Access. Normally the examiner give me a very important issues here about telling me information I should put it in my mind. Here examiner said you're going to prepare some reports. So all the database is about report. And we're going to make sure that if we have any currency value, it should display on the currency symbol. It doesn't mention the symbol, and it should be into a 0 decimal place. So when we come to question of database, first thing in question 18, he said using a suitable database package. We want to import this table. So before we import the table, we have to create the database. And the database should be created inside your folder in your work area. So here you're going to create the database by make right click, and you click on new, and you click on Microsoft Access database. So this is your database. You rename it or not, it doesn't make any difference. We can just leave it as it is like this, and double click on the database. Very important here, we click on enable content. Now we have a blank database, and then we're going to import this table inside the database. And to import the table inside the database, we're going to go to external data, new data source, from a file, and we use the text file. Locate your file by browsing it. Sure, it's going to be on desktop. You go to the same place where you make your database. It's inside Muhammad work area here, and we see the table. The table, he said Yacht. So click on Yacht. We're going to say open, and we make sure that we import the source into a new table current database. Then OK. This dialog box is going to open. We make sure we're in delimited. We click next. We choose comma, various row content field names only. Then we click on advanced. In advance here, you're going to change the date order to DMY. Always should be date, month, and year, nothing more. Then OK. Then we're going to click on next, and this is step 3. In step 3, you return back to the question paper. If you have any data type here, is Boolean or logical, which means yes or no, you should change it in this place. If you don't have it, you go normal. So as you can see, we don't have Boolean or logical here. If we have it, we go and select it like this, and from the data type we can choose yes or no from here. But since now we don't have it, we leave it as it is. And also, if there is a field if we don't want to import it, you can just click here and you say do not import, like this one. So this field is not going to be imported. So these two questions now, they are not here, so you're going to continue normal. We're going to go next. And here we're going to click on choose my own primary key. Since the examiner here, he showed me which field I should use it as a primary key, should be unique. So here he asked me for Yacht ID. So I'm going to click on Yacht ID here, and you choose Yacht ID, or you can select it even from here like this. So it's going to be Yacht ID, then next, and then finished. When you click on finish, this dialog box is going to appear. You leave it as it is. You click on close, your table is going to appear here. So this is your table. Double click on the table. This one we call it datasheet view, and we can change it to design view by right click here, and we say design view, or datasheet view, or design view, like this. So you're going to switch between these two views. And also you can change it from here by click on design or datasheet, like this. And you can see when you are in design, your Yacht ID became as a primary key directly. Then what we're going to do, we're going to change the data type depends on the question that the examiner asks. Let me put these two together. So here, so you can see both of them. So we want to change the data type here, depends on what the question said. So text is short text, the same idea. So you can choose it from here. So you leave it short text. So short text and text is the same. All of them is text, 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 short text. Here we have number and 1 decimal place. So number is number or sometimes numeric. And for the decimal place here, you're gonna go to general, and from general on decimal place you click here and you choose 1. Depends on the question. And here we have text, we leave it text. We have number and currency. We have number, currency, and 0 decimal place. So we're gonna come to the price. Number is number. For the currency, we're gonna choose it from general, from the format here. We click, we choose currency. And for the decimal place, we're gonna go to decimal place here. Make sure you selected the data type. And from here, you're gonna choose the 0 decimal place. Then we have the builder, the slips and crew. All of them are number, number, number. We leave it as it is. And then other changes, we're going to save it. And here the question said, place in your evidence document a screenshot showing the field names and the data type. So you want a screenshot for this place. So simply, we're going to take a screenshot. And on the screenshot here, we just select it like this. And we go to copy and you paste it in your evidence document here. And you leave it as it is, okay? You leave it as it is like this. So this is proof you change the data type exactly as the examiner asked. Then let's come to the question 2, which is very important here, question 19. Examiner asked me to examine this file, and we want to identify the most appropriate field as a primary key. So examiner does not give me the primary key, so I have to identify it myself. Then I'm going to import it. And to deal with this one, simply we're going to click on the builder. So this is a builder. You want to double click on it. So it's going to open inside the Access Excel. And click here and double click here. So you're going to see all the fields. As we said that the primary key is always something should not be duplicated, and it should be unique. So you can see that here in the question paper, he said identify the primary key. So we want to find our primary key ourselves. So if we just take a look to builder name, it cannot be, for example, as a primary key. Also, because we have some names here, builder ID, maybe, and the address, of course, no address, no place, because in the place we may find some duplicated, like also in region here we have British Columbia, here we have CA, so this one is not suitable, this one is not suitable. And even on the builder country we have Canada. So this is a very quick look for what you should know, which one should be as a primary key. So always a primary key is going to be something like blah blah ID. Here we have like builder ID. So this may be the suitable one. And to check it, we can simply just take a look to see if there is any duplicate. And also there is another way to identify the primary key. You just take a look to the relationship here. Here we have builder ID, and here on the second table which you're going to import it, we have builder ID. If the name is repeated like this one, that means you have the relationship later on which is going to be with builder ID. That means the field which is suitable for primary key in this table is builder ID. This is a way. Another way also, you can simply take a look to the table here. So in the table here we have builder ID, and this builder ID on the YAC table is also appear on the second table which is builder. We have builder ID here. So we have builder ID here, and also it's repeated on the first table. Also, this is another way we can check it. Last one, I can also check this one by going to check the builder ID from the conditional formatting, and you say duplicate values, and if you have any duplicate values, should be formatted like this. You can see we don't have any duplicate values. But if you just, for example, take it in place here and you say duplicate values, we can see we have duplicate values as directly. So this is a way also we can figure out the primary key. So now we came that the builder ID is a primary key. So you're gonna close this one, make sure you don't save anything. Then after we identify our primary key, we're going to import the table by going to your database, and this table we don't need it, so you're gonna go to external data, new data or source, and text file, and you browse, same idea, builder, open, and also import as a new. Okay, so next, page row and comma, come to advanced. Here we have DMY, that months and year. Remember it by the word DMI, my blood, DMI. Then okay, and next. And here he doesn't give me even the formatting, is all of them should be as a text. We don't have Boolean or logical, so we can simply ignore the question of Boolean or logical. You're gonna go next, and here we identify already the primary key, which is a builder ID. Here it is, or you can choose it from here as I said. Then next, and then finished, and then close, and this is your second table. So double click on the table and we can see it this way. Also right click, you're going to go to design, and we're going to see what are the types of data we want to change it. And here the examiner said format all the data should be as a text, so you're going to make them as a text. So simply you click here and you choose short text, short text, short text, and short text, and you save your changes. And last thing, we identify already the primary key, finish it. Then we're going to make an evidence screenshot to show that the data type has been changed and we have the primary key. So here we have the primary key, it's clear. So you're going to make a screenshot for this one. So you're going to simply make a screenshot for this one from here, and you copy it and you paste it under the screenshot which you did it here, because this is the question 19 here. So now we have the evidence document for the two tables after you assign or you change or you amend your data type. Last question here is very important, is about relationship. So we want to make or create the relationship one-to-many. We have many types of relationship. We have one-to-one, one-to-many, and many-to-many. So here we're going to deal only with one-to-many. So we're going to make a relationship between the two tables by using the builder IDs. How to make the relationship between the two tables using builder ID? Simply, you're going to open your database, close this one, and to make the relationship, we're going to go to database tools, and here we have relationship. You click on it, it's going to appear here. Double click on the table, first one, double click on the second, you close this one. Maximize your boxes and put it a little bit away from each other. And now we're going to make the relationship between the builder IDs as he asked me here, the builder IDs. So this is a builder ID and this is a builder ID. You want to make relationship between them. So you can simply drag it from here and you drop it over the fields. You put the arrow over the word like this and you release your finger. Then you can create or sometimes you use enforced relation referential integrity like this, and then create. And enforced relation integrity, it means show you the one and many relationship. This is one to many. So now we make the relationship, we save it, and the examiner is going to ask me for a screenshot showing the one-to-many relationship between the two tables. So to deal with this one, simply we're going to make a screenshot for this one, acceptable. You can take a screenshot for this area like this. The word relationship is important, and you copy it from here and you paste it in your evidence document. Also, I'm going to show you another way to make the relationship a screenshot. You can also come here, make right click, and you set edit relationship. You can take a screenshot to this box only like this. Also is acceptable. So you put this one like this. So this is also an acceptable type of relationship. Or you can do it both from here. If you go to the relationship screenshot, and we can do it this way. So if you did this type of relationship, accept it, okay? If you did this type of relationship, also it's accepted. And if you do also this type of relationship is accepted. Any one of these will be accepted for the exam. But the most important one, and I want you to use it, is to use this one. This is the most suitable relationship for your proof of that you link the two tables together. So you're going to copy this one and you paste it in your evidence document as normal. The arrow, so these things you don't do it, please don't do it. I just show you here how you should do it, and you should put it here, for example, and you put this one directly. So this is one wrong, let me delete it, let me do it again, and let me have new one. Oh, sorry, let me go to the relationship first, and we're going to make the relationship new, and we take this one. This is, I usually use this one, but if you use any one of the three, that will be fine and accept it, and you're gonna have the mark on it on the exam. So here we have the relationship. Make sure that the name of the evidence and the relationship together. If you just made it this way, this is absolutely wrong. So you put the name with the relationship. They should be together. And we can see that we're done with the question 20, and this is where exactly I want you to understand it. The first part of the practical test here, we can see that this is the last part which we're going to stop on it on creating the relationship. Thank you very much, and we're going to continue in another video to complete the task. This is Mr. Mohammed Marghani. Hope to see you soon. Bye bye.